Okay, we're still solving quadratics, and I'm going to show you by hand and on the calculator how to do it. But for these type of problems, in order to solve square roots, you have to have it in the form of, write this down, ax squared plus c, where there is no bx. So for instance, like this problem. Okay, so here are the steps. Step 1 is to isolate the x squared. So I want the x squared by itself. So I need to move this over to the other side and change the sign. Se cambia el signo. Okay, then we bring the x squared down. And at the very end, you're going to take the square root of both sides. So I'm going to take the square root of this and the square root of this, so that the square root cancels the x squared. So you just have x equals whatever this is. And for those of you who know, the square root of 49 is 7. Okay? And if you don't know that, you can put it in Desmos. Right here, the square root, this button, of 49. Oops. 49. And it tells you right here that it's 7. Okay, so let's try to do some more. Let's do problem number 1. What do you move? The negative 16, and you change the sign, se cambia el signo, 16. So bring this down, x squared equals 16. We're going to take the square root of both sides. X equals, what's the square root of 16? 4. Okay, you put this in the calculator. Okay, and you don't have to erase it. No lo borren. Just change the number inside to 16, and it gives it to you right here, 4. Okay? Let's do another one. Move this over, change the sign. So now it's a negative 25. Bring the x squared down. We're going to take the square root of both sides. X equals negative 25, undefined, indefinido. That means it cannot happen. It is not, there is no answer. No hay respuesta, so we're just going to put no answer, no solution. No solution. Okay, let's see. I want to see why this one has a solution and this one doesn't have a solution. So I'm going to type this in the calculator, x squared minus 16, and then I'm going to type this one in the calculator so that you can see the difference. Right here, x squared minus 16. Look at the answers. Negative 4, positive 4. Oh, I messed up. Let's go back. When you take the square root, you're going to get 2 answers. You're going to get 2 answers. A positive 7, a positive and a negative 7. Right here 2, a positive and a negative 4. So my answers are negative 4, comma, positive 4. And over here my answers are negative 7, comma, positive 7. Son dos respuestas. Why? Because right here it's going through a negative 4 and a positive 4. Okay? But look what happens when I change this to plus 25. Como el número 3, plus 25. See? It never crosses the x-axis. Nunca cruza la x. So there's no solution. Okay? So this one's going to have no solution. Let's do another one. Problem number 5. I'm going to move this over, change the sign. So it becomes a plus 5. What's negative 4 plus 5? Negativo 4 más 5. Positive 1. X squared equals 1. So then we take the square root of 1. X equals plus or minus 1. So a negative 1 and a positive 1. And again, you can check this in the calculator. In Desmos, you can check, let's put x squared equals 1. Negative 1 and positive 1. Right here, the answers. Okay, number 7. Number 7, in order for me to get x squared by itself, I have to divide. Divide by negative 2 on both sides. Do negative 98 divided by negative 2. What is it? Positive 49. So I have x squared equals positive 49. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. That's x equals plus or minus 7. So my answers are negative 7 and positive 7. Let's do number 15. Move the negative 1 over, becomes a positive 1. And we're going to move this one over here. So it's minus x squared. So 5x squared minus 1x squared is 4x squared. And then you have to divide both sides by 4. So that's x squared equals 1/4. And we have to take the square root of both sides. So you have x equals, and we're going to check that, the square root of 1/4. The square root of 1 divided by 4 is 0.5, which is a half. 1/2. So right here, I would say plus or minus 1/2. So my answers are negative 1/2 and positive 1/2. But again, if you want to check it in Desmos, you can. I want you to do the other ones that I didn't do all the way up to 16. Don't do the bottom. Down here, don't do these. Okay, so go ahead and finish the other problems.